let us not tempt Christ. So, because it is going to be impossible, this happens when someone who professes Christ, who says they are Christians, they believe in Christ, they do all these things, and suddenly they turn their back. They become, well, I don't believe anymore. They even just last week or the week before, one of those musicians, he came out. He said he doesn't believe in God anymore. He was a pastor's son. He grew up in a Christian home. He plays in a band, and now he says he's not. So it's really painful that people tempt Christ. They enjoy all the blessings. They know what the blessings are, and then they turn back. All because the devil's agenda fills their mind, fills their hearts, and they are not able to produce. Who else? Let us go to 1 Corinthians 10, because that is the other reference. 1 Corinthians 10 provides the examples of why we should not tempt Christ. And it says, chapter 10, 1 Corinthians 10, 1 and following, "Moreover, brethren, I would not that ye should be ignorant, how that all our fathers were under the cloud, and all passed through the sea," which means they all went through the Red Sea. 2, "and were all baptized unto Moses in the cloud and in the sea." 3, "and did all eat the same spiritual meat." We see, this is where we are beginning. They were part of all of those who enjoyed the spiritual meat. And what was the spiritual meat? Exodus, let's find out what it says. 16:4. And before then, we start from verse 1. And it says, "And they," which means the Israelites, "took their journey from Elim, and all the congregation of the children of Israel came unto the wilderness of Sin." Sin, which means sin, actually sin, because it was there they sinned, so that's why it's called Sin, which is between Elim and Sinai, on the 15th day of the second month after their departing out of the land of Egypt. 2, "And the whole congregation of the children of Israel," what did they do? "Murmured," complained against Moses and Aaron in the wilderness. Verse 3, "And the children of Israel said unto them," Moses and Aaron, "Would to God we have died by the hand of the Lord." You see what they were saying? They were putting a curse upon themselves. "Would to God we had died by the hand of the Lord in the land of Egypt," which means they were talking about when they had the Passover, when they were protected under the blood, when the blood covered them. "Would to God that we had died by the hand of the Lord in the land of Egypt, when we sat by the flesh pots, and when we did eat bread to the full, for ye have brought us forth into this wilderness to kill this whole assembly with hunger. Out of food, now they are cursing God. 4. Then said the Lord unto Moses, Behold, I will rain bread from heaven for you, and the people shall go out and gather a certain rate every day, that I may prove them whether they will walk in my law or not. Verse 5, And it shall come to pass that on the 6th day they shall prepare that which they bring in, and it shall be twice as much as they gather daily. 6, And Moses and Aaron said unto all the children of Israel, At even then ye shall know that the Lord hath brought you out from the land of Egypt. 7, And in the morning then ye shall see the glory of the Lord, for that he heareth your murmurings against the Lord. And what are we that ye murmur against us? So we see verse 8, And Moses said, This shall be when the Lord shall give you in the evening flesh to eat, and in the morning bread to the full, for that the Lord heareth your murmurings, which ye murmur against him. And what are we? Your murmurings are not against us, but against the Lord. So you can see that any complaint, any murmurings, anything that we do, it's all against the Lord. Sometimes we may say that, oh, it's against the person who is afflicting us, or somebody who is doing, but God is telling us here that we are murmuring against God.